Okay, hello, welcome back. So, yes, in the last video I just spoke about sort of just generally sort of the things that got me interested in psychedelics and taking them. So, yes, um, about a week before I went in hospital in June, I had the psychedelics, and I knew from stuff I'd done like first time like take a small dose, like take a very small dose. I mean the everything I've done is also tells me that you should have a guide. You should have someone with you who can guide you through it and like if you're starting to freak the fuck out, reassure you, and sort of just help you not lose your mind. Basically, that's a bit too far, but yeah, just basically just be there to support you through it. I didn't have that, but I don't know. I think I was quite confident in my own abilities, and I think over the past 2 years and 2 or 3 years, I've done loads of journaling and therapy and meditation. So I feel like I know my own mind quite well. Um, so I felt quite comfortable taking a very small dose with no guide or shaman or person with me. So what I did, I got the stuff. I, uh, I took it, put it in some tea, sipped the tea. It's all very nice. Very small dose. Very small dose. And I sat on my chair just here actually, and from this window, I don't know what I'm doing. You can sort of see out into my neighbour's garden. And so I was sipping the tea and looking out onto the garden. It's all very beautiful. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, this thought came. I was like, this garden, has it always been this green? It just looks so green and like perfect, and like everything, the trees, the grass, even like my neighbour's got like a little outhouse, office building thing, like wooden, and it just looked, man, that was placed there so perfectly. It should be there. Like everything in the garden just seemed like that's where it should be, and nothing seemed out of place. And then my mum's got like a trellis and a climber just down there from my room, and one of the stems had sort of climbed up towards my window and it was bobbing in the wind, and I could see it, and I was looking at it, and it was just like keeping like perfect timing. I know, probably typical, like, coming up on psychedelic shit, but like just feeling a sense of like everything is right in the world, not drunk and happy, but just like peace, like everything is good with the world. Then I was like, what should I do? So I just enjoyed the feeling for a good sort of 10, 15, 20 minutes, I don't know. Just really enjoyed it. It felt so lovely. And then I thought, I'll journal. And so I grabbed my journal and just started journaling. And this is where I guess it becomes like sort of more meaningful to me. Like over the past sort of 2 or 3 years, I don't know, and maybe especially since moving home, one of the things I've known and become aware of is that I used to, I feel like I could say I used to now because I don't feel like I do have it anymore, hold like resentment inside me, and a big shock to me was some of it was directed towards my mum, and my mum's always been there throughout my life. She's been really supportive to me, and so it was like, what is this resentment I hold inside? And I kind of, part of me knew that there was a period when I was younger, about sort of between like 12, 13 and maybe like 14, 15 or 16, but like 3 or 4 year period basically as a teenager, where I was really ill with Crohn's, and I've talked about that and I won't go into that. My dad was unable, he had problems. My dad did, he wasn't there for me, and me and my brother drifted. And I wasn't able to talk about what the stuff I was going through. And then my mum was also basically raising us as a single parent, with my dad present in the house, but my mum was like a single parent essentially. So raising 3 kids, she kind of lost her job around that point, and then had like an awful boss at work who was a bit of a bully really. And so my mum had that on her plate, and just sort of just life basically. And then here I was, her youngest, really sick, and a feeling that I wasn't getting the attention I needed from her. and I guess at that age not able to sort of comprehend the other shit my mum as an adult had going on in her life. So I guess this feeling developed of being like sort of abandoned and not being like cared for as I would have wanted to be at that point in time. And so I'm quite okay with that, and like now and understand it, and have processed it and worked on that over the past couple of years. But still, this point in June, sort of mid-June when I took that, it was still in there, and it was still like a thing that I hadn't let go of. And the first trip, it starts to loosen. So I'm journaling, and I'm writing to myself, and I'm almost having a conversation with myself. I'm like writing like, yo, yeah, bro, yeah, Joe, yeah, Jay, who's Joe? Yeah, Jay, you are like, you're so justified in this feeling of resentment you hold. You know, you're right. You know, you felt abandoned, you were abandoned, you were a little boy, you know, all by yourself, didn't know what you're doing, really sick, lost, you know, all this shit was going on in your life, and you were just fucking holding on for dear life, trying to get through each day, and you feel like you didn't have the support you needed. You're right. So you are so right if you want to hold on to this resentment. Then this other voice came in, and it was like, yeah, bro, but do you want to be right? Or do you want to love your mum? And I was like, fuck, man. I just want to love my mum. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired of holding on to this shit. And that just really, that little kind of switch of thinking, it just like started a process, man. And it really just unlocked something for me that like I say, and I've said in sort of other videos, that's Milo barking at something, it just unlocked something in me that made me sort of access a feeling. That love that I've got for my mum has obviously always been in there, but because I was holding on to that shit, maybe I'll talk about this in more in another video, but because I was holding on to that shit from being like a fucking little 14-year-old, I wasn't able to access that. And so that, yeah, it started something. And so that for me was just like, even if that was the only thing that happened on psychedelics, that would have been so worth it, because it just helped me so much, that switch of thinking. But so much more happened, honestly. And so I had that, and I was like, fuck, man, that's deep. And so, but then I was just very much like, I don't need to force. I've had this little realisation now, I don't need to do anything. I can just let that sit. You know, it's in my brain now, that way of thinking. Just let it sit. Don't chase it. Don't try and figure out a meaning. Just let it sit. And what it means will emerge over time. Like, progress has been made here, and just be grateful for that. So I was like, cool. But it's obviously still fucking on psychedelics. I was like, all right, I've done journaling. Then I meditated for a bit. And this is fucking crazy too. And I remember, this was a tiny dose. So I'm meditating, and it's this like chakra meditation. And it goes through all your chakras, your root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, and then third eye. Look at me, just trying to read out the chakras. Yeah, so I did that, and then each chakra like felt something like really good. You know, this guided meditation. It's just on YouTube. And then I got to my third eye chakra, and then I was like, I had this vision, and this is a fucked up story, or fucked up vision, but again, it really helped unlock something for me. Basically, I was on like a cruise ship. I was on like it's like the Titanic. I was on the Titanic basically, and I was on the deck, and it was me and the captain, and we were going this way, and I wanted to go this way. And the reason I wanted to go this way is because I said to the captain, look, over there, if we keep going this way, we're going to hit an iceberg. And he was like, no, we've got to go this way because we've got to pick up this person. And this person is someone from my past who I hadn't let go of properly. Like you know, it was a relationship, it was basically my ex-girlfriend. And it was like, what? I thought I was over this. And so basically I was like, no, if we keep going this way, there's an iceberg. And he's like, no, we've got to go this way, pick up the girl, and then we'll go that way. And I was like, no, absolutely not. We need to go this way. And this way, like if there was an iceberg this way, and it was like stormy, and there was like sharks and shit in the water, and it was just like you know, lightning going, and so this way is just like going towards fucking hell basically, and an iceberg. Then this way it was like there was a rainbow, the sun was shining, like dolphins were like jumping out, like this was like a picturesque scene. And he was like, no, we need to go this way, we're staying on course and we're going this way. And then me and this captain, and this is all going on in my mind, like I'm just meditating here, just almost like it's like I'm part of a dream, but I can like have my say in it. Like it's not like in dreams where you're kind of watching. It's like a dream, but I'm conscious. And so I'm having this like argument with the captain, and he's like, "No, we need to go this way. Pick up the girl, and then we'll go that way." And I'm like, "No, no, no, no. We need to go this way. We need to go this way." And so I'm like, "Fuck!" And I'm here having this like argument, and this was only like literally this is a couple of. I'm obviously explaining it in detail, but this was a couple of seconds. Like this is like probably like 3 minutes. It's not 5 minutes. It's not a long time. So we're having this argument, and then I realise the point's been made. Like it's clear that the way the captain wants to go is the wrong way, and the way I want to go is the right way. Like it's clear, the point's been made, and I'm like, I don't need to argue with him. I can let it go. And the second I let it go, like everything just went white. Like the captain almost like evaporated, or like the control panel and everything evaporated. The boat just went into white, and then all these like colours, just beautiful colours, man. Like just incredible like colours and shapes and just shit, just like, and I felt this sense of just like bliss, like absolute bliss and peace, and everything was right with the world. It was just beautiful. Yeah, and then I fell asleep and had the best sleep ever. Like literally, I just like so peaceful. And so yeah, that was my first experience of psychedelics. Just like, and it was a very, like I say, very small dose. No hangover or anything. It's not like alcohol or anything like that. It's just don't know. It just felt like the loveliest experience I'd ever had. And it, like I say, really helped me tap into areas of my mind and like ways of thinking that I don't believe I would have been able to otherwise. Yeah, and like I say, that was just the first one. The other two were a bit more intense and wilder, but no less lovely. Like that's what I really love about that first experience. Like the next two that we'll go into, they were fucking off the hook, man. Like honestly, like some of the shit, batshit crazy. Even now, like a month after, I'm like, fuck, did that really happen? That one was just mellow, man, and beautiful and lovely, and just really enjoyed it. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you, and yeah, catch you later.